Because you're talking about an immigrant who knew nothing about credit, that had bad credit, where everybody was telling me, no, 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 N-O, no, so Joe, don't you understand the words N or the O? Like, I was being told no everywhere.
Yeah.
I even got a used Nissan Altima with 75,000 miles. I couldn't even get that. I needed a cosigner.
Wow.
Couldn't get an apartment. I needed a cosigner. I've been told no, dude, I was broke as a joke and ready to choke. I was just stuck like Chuck in the pickup truck. Like, I was that dude with terrible credit.
Yeah.
I had no credibility, right? And what I learned was your current credit situation does not define your financial reality.
My friends, welcome back to the Smokey Mirror podcast, where we dive deep into the creative minds that are shaping our culture and inspiring us all. My name is Jordan Jones. I'm your host and fellow creator, and I'm on a mission to spread knowledge and inspiration to help people like you leave your mark on the world. From artists to musicians to entrepreneurs and more, join me as we explore the intentional active creation and the forces that drive us to do God's work. Today, we're at the Scut House. You already know, my studio, my crib. And if you haven't been to www.scut.shop, you definitely got to check it out. The #1 up-and-coming streetwear brand. Check it out, shop, support your boy, support the pod. And of course, shop with our supplement sponsor, www.earthsaliva.com. Taste Earth's wisdom. So today I have a guest where I was not expecting to do a podcast tonight, but sometimes life just gives you a little quest. You know what I'm saying? Like GTA, your phone rings. Yo, can we do a podcast? And so my next guest he has a buttery smooth name, but I haven't been able to see it written down. Remind me one more time, sir.
So, Daraine Delevante.
Daraine Delevante. Daraine, yes, sir. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Most definitely, most definitely. Loving the frames, by the way. My favorite colors, as you can see.
Yes, sir. Show the camera.
It's my favorite colors, you know? Yes, red. My business is black, red, and metallic gray. So, you know, I represent.
Hey, gang recognized gang, right?
Now you got my colors on, so
that's
definitely.
What's up. Daraine, so tell you mentioned your business. Tell me about your business and tell me how you got into business.
So, yeah, great question. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Daraine Delevante. I'm your favorite consumer law expert. I teach people how to repair, rebuild, restore their own credit using consumer laws. I also teach credit repair business owners and business owners how to grow and scale their credit repair businesses using my 4 key principles: lead generation, lead conversion, client ascension, and continuity. Those 4 key elements can scale any business up to 1,200%.
Consumer law. Can you say that in layman's terms? I'm sure people are like, what the hell is consumer law?
So consumer law are laws put in place by Congress to protect the consumer from debt collectors, banks, auto dealerships, anyone or any person engaged in commerce, your student loan servicers, everybody. There are laws put in place to protect the consumers, your rights, the way you should be treated, what should happen when you dispute negative information, the type of contact debt collectors can have with consumers, if any. These are laws Congress put in place to protect the consumer, but also, society does a really great job at hiding it, and people don't know the things that they don't know, and the people that know the things that they don't know use it against them.
I mean, I think that's so important because, I mean, America, we're literally built on debt. You know what I'm saying? Like
full faith and credit of the United States people.
Like, it drives our economy, getting people in debt, getting people to buy shit they don't need.
Correct.
And nobody knows about the laws that are in place to protect us when we fall into debt or what have you. What I'm curious about is, how did you get into consumer law? That doesn't just seem like something that people just think about.
So bad credit was the catalyst. I'm the second of 5 kids, right? Single mom, lived in Jamaica all my life. So 13 years ago, I decided to embark on a journey that I was going to leave everything that I know to come to a brand new country where I knew no one. I had no family. It was just me.
And wait, how old were you at that time?
20 years old.
Wow. So you couldn't even drink yet.
Yeah, and it wasn't even legal to drink. But at that time, I decided that I'm going to bet on me because I was going to go to med school, right? And that would have depleted all the resources my mom had. I got 2 younger sisters and a younger brother. So if I depleted all of those resources, what would have happened to my younger sisters and my brothers. So I took it upon myself to make that decision. And my mom was like, don't go, son. You don't know anybody over there. Like all of that stuff. When I called my mom and tell her I'm not coming back, you know, like, no, people mean well, and I love my mom. Biggest fan. My mom's my biggest fan, right? But your vision is for you. You can't expect other people to see your vision.
Yeah.
Your vision was given to you. Only you can bring it to life. So it is unrealistic and it is selfish for somebody else to hold other people accountable for their dreams when other people can't see it. Because if you want to kill a big dream, you introduce it to a small mind. And I'm not saying my mom is in no way, shape, and form of a small mind, but what I saw in me and what I visioned for myself, my mom, her maternal instincts kicked in. The only thing she wanted was her child back home.
She wanted that security for you because you her baby. She don't want you to take that risk. It's risky.
Yeah, 19 just turning 20 years old, bro.
Yeah, you going over there to a whole nother country, separated by a whole ocean. Like that's scary because 20 years old, you're still a kid.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me a little bit about like where did you get that vision? Like what was it? Like what really was it? The resources was depleted. Like what was it?
I grew up poor. We weren't rich, right? We had just enough to go by. I was running around barefoot, shorts. Had my slingshot, was hunting birds, playing marbles, regular stuff. But all the kids around me, we were doing the same thing.
And this was in the DR?
Yeah, no, Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica.
So like you don't know that you're poor until you meet rich people. So going to high school, that changed real quick because now there's kids in high school. Like this one dude, he was driving a vehicle to school, and we were the same age. I'm like, bro, like where'd you get that?
All right,
because like it's considered a luxury to own a car back home. Over here, you can just go take that out on credit.
Yeah,
everybody and their mama got a car over here. Back home, it's not the same because your insurance, you have to pay up 6 months to a year for your insurance.
Dang.
Yeah, it's not like over here, oh, you know, you're going to get your insurance. It's just going to be monthly payments. No, bro. You're paying that either 6 months or a year in advance.
Wow.
It's not the same. The credit system is not the same. So coming here was a complete culture shock. And I didn't even know how to dress. Because when I came, I was in like jeans and shirt with a leather jacket. Dude, I went to New Hampshire. You know how...
You was freezing.
Bro. You know how cold New Hampshire gets?
Oh, my God.
Dude, I was right next to Mount Washington. Dude, like in the summer, in the summer, there was snow on that mountain.
Yeah, that's...
Dude, I have never been that cold in my life. Like my bones were cold.
How'd you end up in New Hampshire?
So I got on a school work and travel program. And it just so happened that the location that I picked was Dairy Queen, and that Dairy Queen was in Glen, New Hampshire.
So you was working at a Dairy Queen?
Wow. Bro, wild.
That's crazy. Yeah. Tell me what that was like. You just got off the plane. You're like, you're freezing up here.
I learned real quick that you need to enjoy the sunshine while you got it, because there are some parts of the world, it is cold.
As hell.
It is cold, it is cold, it is cold. And boy, did I learn that the hard way. I did. So in New Hampshire now, it's another story. See, when there's only 2 or 3 black people in the community, it's hard for you not to be known by everyone. Right? Everyone knew us, and we knew nobody. Right? And it was one of those things where if we ever even did anything, it's not hard to find us. Right. It's only 2 of us in that neighborhood, but in the town, like with North Conway and Glen, it's like maybe 5 to 10 black people, bro. It wasn't a lot of us.
And you was the only one from your school, or you came with other people? Or?
No, just my friend, Ricardo.
Wow.
It was just us both, right? There were other students at another spot called Storyland. It was like an amusement park.
Storyland.
Yeah, there was other black kids over there, and when we saw them, we were like, "Yo!" So, it was quite a time. It was a lot of vanilla.
And so then you just called your mom and said, "Mom, I'm not coming back."
Not coming back.
Wow. So you got an apartment, and what did you do?
Got an apartment. So I said, Mom, my godfather is over here. I need you to find his number. So she found my godfather's number after about a month, found it and gave it to me. I called him and said, hey, I'm not going back to Jamaica. I'm going to figure out this America thing. I want to be successful. At the time, I was indoctrinated in the 40-40-40 club. You know, go to school, get a job, retire on 40%. I was in that mindset. So I was thinking, you know, I need to get a good job, a secure job, a city job,
right,
a job that was paying. I got a pension. You know, I drank the whole Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
right? I drank the whole Kool-Aid. And got the number, came to New York. My first year in New York, got in New York September 18th. Of 2010, bruh. The coldest snowstorm ever to hit New York. It was like 5 feet of snow, bro. It was my first time seeing snow, right?
I know you hated
it. Bro, I was shoveling. My nose was numb. There was snot. I was like, this is the America everybody's running to. Dude, whether it was raining, it was snowing, there was hail outside, you got to go to work.
Yep. No, it don't care. It don't matter.
These bills don't stop.
It don't stop. That shit doesn't get sick. That shit doesn't think it's cold out. Nope.
So it was a lot of culture shock, bro. It was a lot of learning. So fast forward now, got a job at Five Guys in New York. I was the best fried cook on the line, by the way. Just
say less.
Thought I'll just leave that right there.
Hey,
shout out to Five Guys for giving your boy a chance. I was making like $8.50 an hour, and I was killing it, bro. I was shaking them baskets 19 times. It was crispy. It was crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Bruh, I murdered them French fries.
I like that. You taking passion no matter what you're doing.
I was the best fry cook on the line. I'm getting the fryer cleaned in like 15 minutes, bro. Like, it's supposed to be a 45-minute job. I got the skills down so like, boom. Before, like, we close an hour, I'm turning off 2 of the fryers, bro. In between making them Cajun fries, I'm cleaning the grill. Bro, I had it down to a science, right?
Going crazy.
I was going crazy. Man, good days. Good days at Five Guys, bro.
Yeah.
And then now joined the military.
Why?
I needed my citizenship because at the time I only had a green card. And I don't like the idea of someone having that much control over me.
Right.
Because having a green card, it's time to go back to your country, bro. Thank you for all the contributions you've done.
Best fry cook in the world, but
time to go back home. I didn't want that type of, I didn't want to give up that type of control.
Sure.
So joined the military. A few months later, got my citizenship. When active duty, so not full active duty, there's a thing in the military where if you're a National Guard, which I am, you're able to still go active duty. It's called active reserve. And I got an active duty gig. I was making between $4,000 to $6,000 a month. And I thought I was killing it, bro. And like, mama, I made it. Right? Drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm going to do 20 years in the military. I'm going to go get a city job. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to double dip. Drank the whole Kool-Aid. Right? And then fast forward from 2013, 2014 to 2019, I finally got a city job, right? Finally got a city job. And the job that I have in the military is, it's called a CBRN specialist. But what it translates to out here in the civilian world is hazmat operations, right?
Oh, okay.
Like chemical spills, placarding fire trucks or placarding the fuel trucks. Like I'm qualified to go work with hazardous material, right? So I could get a job at the docks, at the wharf, handling that type of stuff, shipping papers, making sure like that type of stuff. So got a job with the city in the Environmental Protection Division, right? So I'm excited now. I'm about to join. I'm officially about to join the 40-40 club, right? The 40-40-40 club. So put in my 2 weeks notice now on the military active duty slot to go take the city job. Started training my replacement. I got told that the job is no longer available. December. Oh. I'm supposed to start January.
What?
And I can't go back to the job Because I'm training my replacement. I already put in the 2 weeks notice.
Oh.
Yeah, man. But you see, sometimes you got to go through some stuff to
Yeah.
get to your stuff. And when God's showing you like, yo, I got you. Like, we get so frustrated because why is this happening to me? Well, if not you, who? Do you got an address of somebody else that you want to send your blessings to, even though you can't see it right now? But that was me. I was so upset, so angry. So angry, bro. And then eventually, my commander kept me on for the December period because of the holidays. But he's like, yo, come January, you know.
Gotta go.
Yeah, we have your replacement. We can't be paying both of y'all
Right.
to do the same thing.
Dang.
Yeah, so.
And how old were you at this time?
2019. I was like 29 or something.
29, okay.
Right? Yeah, like 29 or something. Something there.
So, like around
yeah,
there. Cool.
Yeah, 29. And I was devastated, bro. I was angry. I was Ubering, had a security job at the hospital, back to being a regular civilian.
Yeah.
1 weekend a month, paycheck to paycheck, negative paycheck, because now the bills are here.
Yeah.
I was used to that salary of $5,000 to $6,000 a month. Going back to the civilian world now, I'm only making $3,000 a month.
Oh, yeah, you hurting.
Bruh, I'm struggling and I am so angry. Went to the barber shop and the barber said that, yo, you know, I just got my niece a book. This book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm like, dumbass book. Like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What, he got two dads? Is he gay or some shit? Like, I was just, bro, I was in a dark
You wasn't
place,
trying to hear that shit.
I wasn't. I was so angry. Like, why did this have to happen to me? I got a kid, right? I'm taking care of a family. Like, why me? That's what I was saying. I was just angry, bro. So driving Uber. And then my curious mind would not let it rest. So when on my drive home, I'm like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad audiobook. Bruh.
Change your life.
Man, shout out to Robert Kiyosaki.
Shout out to Robert Kiyosaki.
Yo, bro, I read the book. I was like, this is what's been missing. I knew something was missing all this time. That's what was missing. Robert said, your house is not an asset. The rich don't work for money. They got money work for them. The minute you take a paycheck, you are an employee. You think like an employee. You are a slave to money. I was like, he's talking to me. I was like, he's talking to me. I don't care if he got two dads now. I don't care if he has two dads. He's talking to me, right? So I started reading every book Robert wrote, dude. Like every book, Cash Flow Quadrants, Why the Rich Get Richer with him and Donald Trump, the Cash Flow Quadrant, dude, there's someone there I can't remember. Yeah. Why We Want You to Be Rich, Rich Dad's Prophecy. Dude, I was consuming books. I was reading like there was no tomorrow. I went on my deployment. I read 140 books.
Wow.
I had to do a complete flush of my mind. The old me had to die. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to let go of the things that's non-effective in their life.
The things that are holding you back oftentimes.
Any area in your life where there's not commitment, it will die. Because you will not move into a new season being the old person. The old person got to die for the new person to be born.
That's real.
So I let go. I killed my middle class mentality. No pun on words here, guys. Like, I didn't kill nobody. I just killed the old me.
Yeah.
That mindset I had to murder that mindset because I needed a new one. And I started reading books, listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. I started consuming everything, right? And it gave me a new mind because a new life comes to a new mind. A new mind comes from a new way of looking at your life. So when I started to look at my life differently, it gave me a new mind. That new mind gave me a new life.
I love that.
right? So when that happened, I morphed into something else. I morphed into more, and now I was equipped and I was able to receive my blessing because I didn't get rich before I got educated on how to become rich. That's when people lose it. Like they buy the lottery, they become rich overnight, then in 5 to 10 years, they lose all of it and they go bankrupt. They weren't ready for that blessing. But I went through a period where my gravitrophic moment, that darkness, where it was damp, where it was wet, where I was just there, just learning. Those moments, those critical moments, when you are separated from everybody and you're in a season of planting. People want to reap a harvest. They see me reaping a harvest now, but this harvest couldn't have been a harvest if the seeds weren't planted back in 2019. I'm reaping fruits now from seeds that was planted back in 2019. But people want a microwave fix.
Everybody wants
a microwave fix. And people want to skip the process. The process is what makes the person. It's the process. Because if you take away all the money from all the persons, the rich people in the world, give them 3 to 4 years and all of them will have it right back. Because they have the ability, the mental fortitude, and the mindset of how to do it. They've done it. Just like when they dropped Grant Cardone off in the middle of nowhere, undercover billionaire, and dude built a whole $5 million business in like 6 months. He didn't have any money, any resources, none of that. What he had was the experience, the knowledge that he've accumulated over the years, and that made him into the person that he is now. So a lot of people are jealous of rich people. Don't be jealous of rich people. How about you find out what we studied, what we were willing to do, the things that we did, the books that we read, the seminars we went to, the 100 podcasts. I'm supposed to be on a flight back home right now, but I'm on here speaking to you. A lot of people want the success, but they're not willing to do what it takes to achieve it. So they will lose it all. So I know that was a lot
for your
perfect question.
No, I love that.
You know, I've been through some things.
Absolutely. I love that, how you laid that out, because once you made the decision to kind of consume different material in your mind, you started thinking differently, which led you to take different actions, which led you to have different experiences, which led you to have a new mind. Like you really made a new personality just from consuming. Because you had to.
The old me and the new me could not coexist. It's like looking left and looking right at the same time. You cannot.
Right. You had.
Why run in place and not be productive versus taking the damn blindfolds off, taking the training wheels off, and really put your pedal to the metal and go create something that's never been done before.
I love that. So you read the books, you got the knowledge. What were the steps you took afterwards? What'd you start doing?
Execution. I started putting the things that I learned into use. So when I learned credit, I wasn't even in the country. I was in Kuwait, fixing my own credit in Kuwait off a cell phone, right? With a dial-up internet.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Do you know what a puck is?
No.
Do you know what a MiFi is?
No.
All right. So it's like a little portable device that is used for it's like a
like a hotspot?
Like a hotspot, yeah. So it's a little thing, right? And it gives the phone
like Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a MiFi, right? That's what I had in Kuwait, bro. I had that with a cell phone.
And you was getting your credit
I was building my own credit, bro.
Wow.
I was building my own credit out there. No fancy, nothing, no software, nothing. I was building my own credit.
Wow.
And first 6 months, boom, 800. I had a 500 credit score going into the deployment. That was the March.
And you turned it into 800?
In 6 months, yeah.
Oh, can you give a couple of tips on how you did that?
So the first part of it was, all right, I had to learn what the credit system is. So learning what the credit system is put me in a unique position to comprehend what the consumer report is, what is needed, the 5 factors of FICO, all the things that I needed to know, right? So we're talking about payment history. We're talking about utilization, age of the credit, the mixture of the credit, and the use mix and the amount of credit, new credit that people are getting. So when I comprehended those, okay, it ranges from 300 to 850. That's 550 points. How does these 550 points get equivalent to the percentage? So when I did the math, I found out that payment history, which is 35%, is 192.5 points. I found out that utilization that was 30% is now 165 points. The age of the credit, that was 15%, that now is 82.5 points, right? Mixture of credit, that was 10% is 55 points. New credit, 55 points or 10%. So when I got that, I'm like, yo, this is how the FICO algorithm is based. Okay. Learning consumer laws now, I'm able to delete all my late payments. Now we get late payments deleted in 4 hours, right? So I'm deleting late payments. I'm deleting accounts, totally wiping out my utilization, because if the accounts are not present on the report, there's no utilization to report. Boom, score went up 357 points because I maximized on it, right? So now I have the game, and I was like, bro, this is crazy, right? So I was able to go get funding, run a couple plays, and then, boom, delete them. 803 times in 1 year, I cracked the code. I didn't have a mortgage.
Cracked the code. You started borrowing more credit, paying it back. Mm-hmm. Like when you said you got 800 like 3 times in a year, like how did that work? Like you was like how
I was leveraging the credit. So people think that credit is something fancy that you need to go get and put it on the shelf. Oh, I got an 800. Let me frame it and put it on the shelf. No, it's to be used, bro.
Yeah.
I use that, baby. I started businesses. I invested in mentorships, masterminds, courses, everything, bro. I started paying staff. Like, dude, I was all in.
So you immediately, when you fixed your credit, you were like, let me start a credit fixing business.
So when I got back now, at the end of 2020, 2021, it was go time. I'm reading all these books for 2 years. It's go.
You ready?
Am I going to read another 5 years? Yeah. No, it's go time.
Yeah.
Right. So I started reading. I started out doing regular credit, and then in one of my master mentorships, we were there, and this dude came on once upon a time speaking about consumer law. I'm like, what is that? So I'm there listening. I'm like, yo, this is different. Because the thing is, I like knowing things other people don't know. It's always been a thing of mine, right? So I started doing my research, and I started learning it, buying books, reading some more. And dude, I said, yo, I'm going to own this consumer law industry. And I did.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, the things that are running through my head, one is, like, if people, because I know a lot of people who they get really low credit scores, you know, they get behind on debt, on credit card payments, loan payments, what have you, and they can feel a sense of despair, like, oh, it's over for me. Can you just give a little bit of encouragement or like maybe steps to take if they are in that position, and like maybe just say like it's possible to get out of that?
But it is. Because you're talking about an immigrant who knew nothing about credit, that had bad credit, where everybody was telling me, no, 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 N-O, no, so Joe, don't you understand the words N or the O? Like, I was being told no everywhere.
Yeah.
I even got a used Nissan Altima with 75,000 miles. I couldn't even get that. I needed a cosigner.
Wow.
Couldn't get an apartment. I needed a cosigner. I've been told no. Dude, I was broke as a joke and ready to choke. I was just stuck like Chuck in the pickup truck. Like, I was that dude with terrible credit.
Yeah.
I had no credibility, right? And what I learned was your current credit situation does not define your financial reality. And when I took on those words and I really started repeating that, my current credit situation does not define my financial reality, I started seeing a change. Because remember, whatever you feed the mind and the subconscious mind will manifest in your life. So if you're saying, oh, I always got bad credit, I will never have good credit, this stuff will never happen to me, well, that's what you're inviting into your life.
Right.
I am great, I am powerful, I am strong. Money comes to me easily and abundantly. Yo, I am a money magnet. I have good credit. I don't have good credit right now, but right now is just what it is. It's not what it's going to be.
Yeah.
My current situation does not define my financial reality. You notice that your mind starts thinking differently. It starts finding new ways and bringing people into your life that can get you to your destination. But when you say, I can't, you close your brain down, and your brain and your subconscious mind won't go into the universe and pull the people that you need through the laws of attraction to you. Right. Because you repelled all of them.
Because it's like you're saying we have bad credit scores, so I don't need to change anything. Like, you're right, we'll just keep it this way. But if you say, like, no, like, this isn't who I am. Like, this is where I'm at right now, but this is where I'm, like you said. And all of a sudden,
how can I?
It's like, oh shit, how do we need to get you there then? Because like if we don't have it, then it's not right. Like,
how do we have good credit? How do I delete these negative items? When you start asking yourself those questions, you will see that the universe is on your side, and it's going to give you answer to those questions.
Ask and you shall receive.
Seek and you shall find.
Wow,
it's written.
It is. That's written. People. It sounds like Mojo Jojo, like, oh, there's some magical.
That's what society did.
That's what society did.
They misinformed people, and the ones that are gullible enough to believe it will forever be poor. But the rich knows the laws of attraction is real. They know the things that they need to speak into their life. They know that the universe will bring them their next business partner. These are things that rich people know. But you see, if we want to mislead a population, we miseducate them.
Yep.
We tell them credit is bad. We tell them that you should cut your credit cards up. We tell them to go listen to Dave Ramsey and Susie Orton. Like, we're going to tell them things to keep them poor because the economy runs off the poor and middle class.
Yeah, it's taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Which is really, really bogus. But when you think about the country was founded by business owners and people who were owning people's debt and loaning out money, it makes sense. If they're making all the laws and the rules. Wow. So if people wanted to get involved with your credit repair company, how could they get in touch?
So that's the thing too. A lot of people think I have a credit repair company. I don't.
Oh.
I have an education company because I teach people how to repair their own credit.
Wow.
I don't give people fishes. I despise it because when you give a man a fish, he eats for the day. But when you teach a man how to fish, he eats for the rest of his life. And not only does he eat, his family eats too. And he becomes that fisherman that is leading the family out of starvation. Nice. So I believe in educating someone so they can take it back to their home, their community, their region, their family. Educate their family. Yeah. So now everybody wins.
That's great. No, that's beautiful because now it's like you're like cloning your mentality, cloning in other people so that they can do the same things and be a blessing in other people's lives.
Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed because of a lack of information. If my people are destroyed because of a lack of information, the opposite also has to be true. If my people are educated, my people will not be destroyed.
Wow. That's powerful. What can people expect if they were to sign up for your course?
Right now, we're building a software. I'm actually cloning my brain and using it to fine-tune an AI model. It's going to be the first of its kind. It's a consumer law credit dispute AI. It's going to change the whole game. You're literally kind of going to have me in an AI because we're using a framework of, I'm not even going to go into that part.
Yeah, you don't have to go into that.
But we're using AI. And I'm cloning myself, and I'm putting me in an AI, and it's going to be dope. Instagram, everybody can find me, Daraine Delevante, Daraine Delevante. YouTube, Daraine Delevante, Daraine Delevante. And there's a lot of people on here right now that they might even got late payments. And what a lot of people don't know, that dude, do you know in the last 3 to 6 months, over 100 million Americans have late payments?
Really?
And do you know that about 195 million people live paycheck to paycheck?
The second one, yes. But that first one, I definitely didn't know. That's like a third of the country.
Yeah, there's 334 million people in America.
Yeah.
And 65% live paycheck to paycheck. And 13 to 25%, they have late payments.
That's a lot.
And 40 million suffer from medical debt and medical collection. It's quite staggering.
Wow.
So I tell people all the time, you got late payments, all you got to do is send me a text. Just text late payment to 917-993-5238. If you got student loans, well, those can get deleted too. Like the FICO ebook, where I'm teaching people everything I did in Kuwait, right? I broke the whole system down. All they got to do is text the word FICO, F-I-C-O, to 917-993-5238. Like, the information is here. And the age and the excuse of, no one told me, I don't have it. Nah, bro. We're not accepting that no more.
No.
Seek and you shall find. And that's what happened to me. When I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, I started to change the questions I asked myself. How can I? I moved from I cannot to how can I? And dude, the world opened up for me.
Wow. I feel like that right there is a great place to end it. But I wanted to leave it open if there's anything else you want to drop on us.
Yeah. The greatest investment that you will make is an investment in yourself.
Yep.
Be careful who you introduce your dreams to. If you want to kill a big dream, you introduce it to a small mind. And a lot of us, we're sleeping with the enemy. They love you, but don't expect people to march to the beat of the drum that's playing in your head. It is your talent. It is your gift. It is your stuff the Creator gave you. Don't expect other people to believe in that dream because it is yours. Only you can bring it to life. The best investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daraine Delevante.
Let's go.
I love that.